In the land of Canaan, under the warm African sun, lived a young man named Joseph. He was his father Jacob's favorite, a boy with a heart full of kindness and a mind touched by the divine. Jacob gifted Joseph a beautiful, colorful robe, a symbol of his love and favor. This robe sparked envy in the hearts of Joseph's 10 older brothers. One night, Joseph had a dream. He dreamt that he and his brothers were binding sheaves of grain in the field. Suddenly, Joseph's sheaf stood upright, and his brothers' sheaves bowed down to it. When he told his brothers this dream, their hatred for him grew even stronger. Another night, Joseph dreamt again. He saw the sun, the moon, and 11 stars bowing down to him. This time, even his father rebuked him, asking, "Shall your mother and I and your brothers indeed come to bow down to the earth before you?" But Jacob pondered the meaning of the dream in his heart. One day, Joseph's brothers were grazing their father's flocks near Shechem. Jacob sent Joseph to check on them and bring back word. When his brothers saw him coming from afar, they plotted to kill him. "Here comes that dreamer," they sneered. Reuben, the eldest, tried to save him, suggesting they throw him into a pit instead. So, when Joseph arrived, they seized him, tore off his beautiful robe, and threw him into an empty well. While Joseph was trapped, the brothers sat down to eat. They saw a caravan of Ishmaelites heading to Egypt, carrying spices, balm, and myrrh. Judah suggested they sell Joseph to the Ishmaelites instead of killing him, so they would profit from their brother's misfortune. The brothers agreed and sold Joseph for 20 pieces of silver. The Ishmaelites took Joseph to Egypt and sold him as a slave to Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh. Meanwhile, Joseph's brothers dipped his robe in goat's blood. They brought it to their father, saying, "We found this. Examine it to see whether it is your son's robe." Jacob recognized the robe and cried out, "It is my son's robe. A fierce animal has devoured him. Joseph is surely torn to pieces." Jacob mourned for his son for many days, refusing to be comforted. In Egypt, Joseph served Potiphar faithfully, and the Lord blessed him. Potiphar saw that the Lord was with Joseph and put him in charge of his entire household. But Potiphar's wife falsely accused Joseph of wrongdoing, and he was thrown into prison. Even in prison, the Lord was with Joseph. The warden saw his integrity and put him in charge of all the prisoners. One night, 2 of Pharaoh's officials, the chief cupbearer and the chief baker, had dreams. Joseph interpreted their dreams, foretelling the cupbearer's restoration and the baker's execution, and it happened just as he said. The cupbearer, restored to his position, forgot about Joseph. 2 years later, Pharaoh had 2 disturbing dreams that no one could interpret. The cupbearer then remembered Joseph and told Pharaoh about the Hebrew slave who could interpret dreams. Pharaoh summoned Joseph from prison. Joseph humbly said, "It is not in me." God will give Pharaoh a favorable answer. Pharaoh recounted his dreams. 7 healthy cows devoured by 7 gaunt cows, and 7 full ears of grain swallowed by 7 thin ears. Joseph explained that the dreams foretold 7 years of great abundance in Egypt, followed by 7 years of severe famine. Joseph advised Pharaoh to appoint a wise man to gather and store food during the years of plenty. Pharaoh recognized the wisdom in Joseph's words and appointed him governor over all of Egypt. Joseph, now second in command, oversaw the storage of grain during the 7 years of abundance. When the famine struck, Egypt had plenty of food, and people from all over the world came to buy grain from Joseph. Among those who came were Joseph's brothers from Canaan. They did not recognize Joseph, but Joseph recognized them. He tested them to see if they had changed, and he saw that they were remorseful for their past actions. Finally, Joseph revealed himself to his brothers, saying, "I am Joseph. Is my father still alive?" His brothers were terrified, but Joseph reassured them, saying, "Do not be distressed or angry with yourselves because you sold me here, for God sent me before you to preserve life." He brought his father Jacob and all his family to Egypt, where they settled in the land of Goshen. Joseph provided for them during the famine, and they lived in peace and prosperity. Joseph understood that even the most painful events could be part of a greater plan. His trials had prepared him to save his family and the people of Egypt. And so, Joseph, the dreamer, once betrayed and sold into slavery, became a savior, showing that with faith, even dreams can come true. His story echoes through generations, a testament to forgiveness, redemption, and the enduring power of hope. It reminds us that even when life seems unfair, there is always a purpose, a reason, and a path to a brighter tomorrow. Just as the sun rises each day, bringing warmth and light, so too can we rise above our challenges. Embrace the lessons life teaches us, and let our dreams guide us toward a future filled with love, compassion, and understanding. For in the tapestry of life, every thread, no matter how dark, contributes to the beauty of the whole. And like Joseph, we can all find our place in the grand design, fulfilling our destiny with grace and courage. So let us remember Joseph's story, and may it inspire us to be kind, to forgive, and to always believe in the power of dreams.